Okay, y'all. I've been trying to tape a New Year's video. I've taped 3 of them, and all of them were terrible, and I'm not putting up any of them. And I've been really thrown by what should a New Year's video be. So, but what I wanted to do is tell you a quick story. Actually, I have 2 stories. I've kind of gotten myself freaked out around this house. And because I've been alone so much, and I've told you all this kind of out, you know. And that's a side note that I'm kind of feel uneasy a lot lately, and it's really annoying me. But okay, just now I had to take the trash out, and it's dark outside. It's like 5:30. It gets dark 5:34. It's been dark for 30 minutes around here. But anyway, here's the story. I got Scott these flame bulbs for Christmas. I don't know if you've seen the ad, but they kind of look like fire. Well, on our front porch, we have, you know, on each side of the front doors, we have a light, right? Well, ever since we moved in, the light, one light is green and one light is red. I may have told y'all this story. It was driving Scott and I crazy about why would someone do that. But we left them in the lights anyway. Well, finally, we spoke to the owner and asked her, we said, why is there a red and a green light? And she goes, oh, you don't know? And we said, no. And she said, it's her and her husband were sailors. They sailed all the time, or boat, whatever, sailing or boating. There's red and green lights when you're out at night on the water, and it tells you like which way to go or something. I'm not really So all this time we've had one red and one green light in the house on the front porch, and we haven't cared because they do not attract bugs, and we don't usually use the lights ever. Well, when Scott opened it, he wanted these really bad, and he kept mentioning it. So I went to Bed Bath & Beyond, and I got them. But when he opened it, this box, so deceiving, it's only 1 bulb. 1. But it looks to me like the size of 2 bulbs, right? Well, he opened it up Christmas, and he's so excited. And then when we got home and we opened the box, there was only 1 bulb. But we were dying to try it. So we put it in one of the bulb thingies on the front porch and turned it on. It looked really cool. Well, I kept saying to Scott, I want to go out to the street and look up and see what it looks like in the dark. And I just never walked all the way down the sidewalk and out the fence and everything. And tonight, by myself, okay, I'm by myself. Scott will be home about midnight. He's flying in. When I took when I took the trash out, I waited till it was dark. I turned the front porch lights on, and went down to the street. Okay, so I'm looking back up. It's dark too, y'all, pitch black, and there's not a lot of light out here. I'm making it sound so spooky, but it is. Okay, so turn on the light. One side's flickering, the other side's green, right? So I'm looking at it and I'm thinking that really looks cool, but I really would love to see it with 2 lights, blah, blah, blah. So I'm walking up. I have a long, long driveway. So I'm walking up to the driveway and I'm almost to the house, to the carport, and this car goes by real slow. And then they stop right in front of my house. And I'm thinking, what are they doing? What are they doing? Why are they stopped? Y'all, I had enough time to put the trash can, to come around, come in the back, go to the front, peek out the side, peek out of my blinds, and the car is still there. And it sat there for the longest time, and I was freaking out, okay? And then it pulled in next door. So it was the old man that lives next door. I mean, he's not that old, but he's, you know, he drives, but he's old. Okay, then I figured out, I think he was sitting out there trying to see if my house if the light was on fire, like if it was burning the house. I'm here to show you. This is usually green. This is the red one. It looks yellow, but it's usually red. This is the fire one. And this one's usually green. So this is what the man was seeing from the street. So it really does look kind of like a fire. And while I'm out here, I'll show you our new Pelican that we got. I'm going to put an automatic candle in there. Well, you can't hardly see him in the dark, but we got him in Florida, and that's Scott's favorite thing. So I thought I would show you all that too while I'm out here. So when I realized it was him, I flicked it off, and then he sat there even longer. Anyway, pulled in his driveway. He was sitting in his driveway for a while, and now I'm scared he's gonna come over here and knock on the front door and he's gonna freak me out. The reason I'm like that is because of the other night. So anyway, the other night, I was home alone, blah, 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 and it was about on each corner of my house, all 4 corners, I have automatic lights. If you get anywhere near the corners of my house, the light comes on, right? Well, they normally don't come on very often at night because there's nobody out here. Well, I'm in bed, 3 a.m., one of the back lights, like by my door, you know, on the corner of the house by my bedroom, not really, but anyway, it turns on and it wakes me up because it's really, really bright. By the way, it's after New Year's and the tree is undecorated, but Scott's gonna get home tonight. We're gonna take it down tomorrow. Okay, so 3 in the morning, the light goes out. The light goes on. So I'm thinking, oh my God, is someone out there? Oh my gosh, is someone out there? Then the second light goes on the other corner, the 2 back corner lights, and my sliding glass back bedroom door is between these 2 lights. It's 3 in the morning. Why are the lights going off? It scared me so bad. So I just sat there and said, you're being ridiculous, blah, 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 blah. They go out. It takes them like 45 seconds to go out. They go out. Then one of them comes back on. So clearly the killer is trying to figure out, you know, what to do. So I get up, I look out. Oh, to top it off. Not that a cat would be any help in times of peril. She would be under the bed if something was happening. Coco jumps up and starts looking around when the lights went on. Then, at the same time of all this stuff happening, I hear somebody walking on the side porch to go to my side door. I'm freaking out, okay? So I get out of bed, I come down, I creep down the hall, and then the front side light goes on in the front. I'm surrounded. I'm surrounded by the people, by the gang. So I'm just so freaked out. Okay, plus, to top it off, I had not remembered to raise my blind or lower my, whatever it is, all the way. So I thought they could see in. So I quickly shut all the blinds in clear view of the people in the middle of the night. So and then Coco ran down the hall again. And when she runs down the hall, okay, our house is lifted up on stilt thingies, not tall, but sort of. So it's hollow underneath, like 5 or 6 feet, you know, for flooding, for hurricanes. When she runs down the hall, you can hear, it sounds like a herd of herd of elephants running down the hall, even though it's 1 7-pound cat. I was up, y'all, all night, the rest of the night. I could not sleep. I laid on the couch, was so scared. So the next night's coming, and I'm like, oh my God, it's going to happen again. I know it's, oh, well, to tell you also, there was no wind. Because when I told Scott the story, he said, oh, it's just the tree limbs. Sometimes they make the lights go on. I said, there was no wind. It was a dead calm that night. So I'm so scared. Then I started thinking, okay, I need a plan. I need a plan. And also, this is kind of a funny side note, and this camera is killing me. It's too heavy. So I'm going to bend down and tell you the rest of the story. So, and I bet I'm way too close. So side note, another night about a month ago, the lights went on and then back off, and it kind of like, ooh, that was freaky. So I asked my neighbor that used to live in this house, the previous owner, I said, she still lives out here. And I said, did you ever get scared at night? Oh, well, okay. I was at her house and she was asking me about paint colors and stuff for her bedroom. So we were standing in her bedroom and somehow we got on the topic. And I said, have you ever gotten scared? Like, were you ever worried about being out there by yourself? And she said, not really. And I said, well, I got myself all freaked out the other night and everything. And I was telling her, and she said, oh, well, that's not a problem. And I said, really? And she said, I'll tell you what to do. So I'm like ready to take notes. What do you do? And she opened her nightstand drawer next to her bed and pulls out a giant gun. And I was like, and she said, you don't have to worry if you have a gun. And I was just like, I don't think I'm ready for that. Not that there's not one in the house, but I've never touched it. I don't even know how to work it. So that was on my mind too, just thinking about that. Okay, so it's the next night and I'm thinking, what am I gonna do? I've got to sleep. I've got to sleep. I was so tired. I was so tired. So about 5 o'clock, it gets pitch black. So your night is long. Your darkness is long. So 5 o'clock, it gets dark and I start thinking, you know what? I'm gonna get a plan together. I'm gonna get a plan together. So what I did, and I think this is really clever of me, I took my car key thingy, you know, the car thing, the fob. So I get that thing out and I put it by my bedside because I can hit the lights on. I can even hit the alarm. If anyone's lurking, I can have my car alarm go off, which I'm hoping would alert my other neighbor that I know has guns. I think he would come to help me, or at least to see who was breaking in the car, even in the middle of the night. I know he's the kind that would come, you know, Alabama, you know, they protect themselves out here. So I've got my key next to me. Then, I don't know, I thought I heard something outside. I thought I heard rain and I thought that's weird. So I went and I looked at my app. Y'all, it was gonna storm all night long. Now, under normal circumstances, you would think that would make me scareder, but no, I was so happy because who comes out in a storm, in the cold? It was gonna be cold too. So who comes out in that kind of weather to do bad things? I don't think so. I think people that are ready to commit crimes are opportunists. I don't think they want to go to a lot of trouble in a stormy night. It rained, y'all, from about 7 p.m. until 7 p.m. the next night. So I was okay, and then Scott came home. So I just thought I would tell you my scary stories. That's the whole thing. And so if I can figure out what I want to tell y'all about New Year's, I'll come back and tell you, okay? All right, see ya, bye.